So while I'm at it, let's go ahead and do a real quick introductory wrap mechanic video. Now this is like the most basic idea of the wrap shot, the most basic mechanical setup, and I'll give you the drill to help you kind of feel it biomechanically, how natural it is. I'm not going to go super in depth on this. This is just a rough cut video here on Christmas Eve here at the shop. So I've already done a bunch of videos, so I'm pretty tired. In any case, so the wrap, as many of you know in the SCA, but a lot of people outside the SCA don't really know, the wrap is a strike with the back edge of the blade. You know, broadswords have two edges for a reason. Even ones that have basket hilts, you still see a back edge on quite a few of them. Sabers also have false edges on the back, which shows that the back of the blade was used to cut. So the wrap is used a great deal in the SCA, not a lot in the steel fighting, Buchert and all that, although when I was in Europe fighting in the championships there, they scored mine. Wrap's no problem, so take it for what you will. They do hit sufficiently hard, plenty, when you get the mechanics down. So let's first start off with the wrap. So the wrap, the motion of the wrap, the sword drives forward and then it turns over and impacts with the opposite side of the blade. It comes forward and then rolls over and impacts with the back side of the blade on the target. So let me just show you really quick what that sort of looks like in my amateurish way. So let's just drive from the shoulder. It's really easy to do that. Goes forward, over. So now, one of the big things is people don't really know how to get it to turn over and strike with the back side of the blade. They end up throwing a snap out and then pulling it back, right? Those push me, pull me kind of wraps, those really jack up the tendons on your arms, and you don't get nearly the same momentum transfer, just a nice smooth impact. Boom. So this drill real quick is going to be how you can achieve the natural turnover for a wrap. So take your sword, your stick, your whatever in your hand, and start out with your blade off to the side. Get this out of the way. Okay, out here. And then take it, sorry, I don't know if you can see it in the image there, because of the back wall, and then bring it down. Let it roll. Here, it's just a pendulum, right? Just let it swing. Kind of like a golf swing. It comes down, and then you'll note right here, it automatically wants to turn over. And then rise up with the back blade. Goes down with the foreblade, starts to turn over, and comes up with the back blade. This right here, believe it or not, this is the wrap mechanic, the momentum wrap mechanic. There's no push, pull action to it. It's just a smooth. So just practice that. Then, after you get this down, this little swing here, now I'm going to face that way, which will effectively put this on the side of me, right? This right here, I mean, you could use this motion to do like a rising wrap. Bring it up. But do this a whole bunch. You can just stand straight up. Get used to that motion. That right there is the motion that you're going to essentially achieve with your wrap down here. You can start to slowly raise it up along this angle if you want. Bring it out. Obviously you can't use as much gravity, but you can feel this, right? Bring it up even higher. Your arm's going to get a little different here because, well, it doesn't want to come all the way back there. It's most important that you get this little rollover, right? That pendulum rollover. Now, from the shoulder, if you throw the wrap out, right? Got that motion there. Now with my wraps, as I do with my snaps, I use a lot of the elbow motion coming in, just like I would on the snap. So, weird camera instead of watching the blade. But, so that natural rolling motion right here is your wrap mechanic. And you want your wrap, generally, I like the wrap to start turning over right when it starts to get just in front of me. It starts to do its rollover. I don't bring it out and then try to roll it over at the very end. That's too much tension on the tendons. But it should start rolling over about here, and then it completes its rollover at the moment it touches the pedal, ideally. So, that's the wrap mechanic. Don't go fast with it at first, don't go hard with it, just work the motion. Boom. There's all sorts of variants on it too that you can do to get it down. But you can strike pretty much as hard or close to as hard as your 4-blade strikes if you learn to use the wraps properly, biomechanically. One last thing I want to make mention is that whenever you make contact with the wrap, don't have your arm straight like this, right? If you're throwing that wrap, boom, and it hits and your arm is straight, you're going to get a jolt of pressure all along the inside of this arm here. You always want to have a little crook in it, right? You want to always have a little bend in the arm at the elbow at the point of impact, right? You don't want it like this. You want it to have a little bit of bend on the impact. Otherwise, you're going to just blast out the inside of these tendons here. If you don't have a little crook in the arm, if you're just doing it straight like that, wrist leaders, you're gonna mess yourself up. So that's a super simple wrap mechanic. I wanted to keep it into a minute, and I think we're over 7 now. But give it a try. Do the drill, this one right here. Have your friends do it. If you do this right here, with your hand stick, with your steel sword, whatever else, you will feel that this is a natural biomechanic, and your hand naturally wants to flip over and maintain all of the momentum it has. You don't lose anything. So try it out, work it slow, then build your proficiency, work up to faster speed, more power over time. But that's the basics of the wrap mechanic. We'll get into a variety of different types of wraps later, probably not tonight. So stick around, I'll catch you on the next video.